हेलो एवरीवन। आज 24 जून 2022 की सभी प्रोमिनेंट न्यूज़ हेडलाइंस इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे। इस वीडियो में हम फाइनेंस सेक्टर से लेकर इंटरनेशनल न्यूज़ से लेकर खेल जगत की सभी प्रोमिनेंट न्यूज़ हेडलाइंस शेयर करेंगे जिनका सीधा सरोकार आपसे। तो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम लेट्स स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट द हेडलाइंस। India's Russian oil import surged over 50 times since April, officials. India's import of Russian crude oil have jumped over 50 times since April and now account for 10% of all crude bought from overseas, said a government official. Prior to Ukraine war, Russian oil made up 0.2% of all oil imported by India. The official said 40% of the Russian oil was bought by Reliance Industries and Nayara Energy. No case under SC/ST Act if abused not in public, Karnataka High Court. Offences under Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocities Act 1989 will be registered only if casteist abuse happens in a public place, Karnataka High Court has ruled. HC was hearing a case against a person who had allegedly abused another person in a building's basement in 2020, where the victim and his co-workers alone were present. Netflix fires 300 employees citing slower revenue growth. Netflix has fired about 300 employees or 4% of the workforce, mostly based in the US, in the second round of job cuts after losing subscribers for the first time in over a decade. We made these adjustments so that our costs are growing in line with our slower revenue growth, said Netflix. It had cut 150 jobs last month. Jammu and Kashmir to host G20 meetings in 2023. Jammu and Kashmir will be hosting the 2023 meetings of G20, a grouping that brings together the world's major economies. The UT government on June 23rd released an order setting up a 5-member high-level committee for overall coordination. In September last year, Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal was appointed as India's Sherpa for G20. World's largest ever bacterium discovered in Caribbean peak surface. The world's largest ever bacterium has been discovered by scientists in a Caribbean mangrove swamp called Theomargenta magnifica. The bacterium can be seen with a naked eye and is approximately the size of a human eyelash. It comes in white filament form and is roughly 50 times larger than all other non-giant bacteria, scientists stated. US Senate passes first major gun control bill in 30 years. The US Senate has passed a gun control bill, the first major firearms legislation in nearly 30 years. 15 Republicans joined Democrats in the upper chamber of Congress to approve the measure by 65 votes to 33. It comes a week after mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas and Buffalo, New York killed more than 30 people, including 19 children. India, China may be buying more Russian oil than we believe, US. Cecilia Ross, chair of US President Joe Biden's Council of Economic Advisors, has said, right now oil markets are rather volatile. I have heard part of the explanation is that China and India are actually purchasing more of Russian oil than maybe we believe. She stated that it's easing out supply crunch in global markets and potentially driving a recent price decline. We were denied entry to CM House for 2.5 years, felt insulted, rebel MLAs to Uddhav. Rebel Sena leader Eknath Shinde has posted a letter on Twitter with a number of complaints against Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. Rebel MLA said that they felt insulted as they were denied to entry to CM House for 2.5 years. However, Congress and NCP leaders met him and even got funds. They also claimed that Thackeray stopped them from visiting Ayodhya. India sees 17,336 new COVID-19 cases in last 24 hours, according to latest data by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. This comes a day after country saw 13,313 cases. Active cases in India stand at 88,000, while the death toll has risen to 5,24,954 according to latest data. Have support of 50 MLAs Shinde after Maharashtra political crisis. Amid Maharashtra political crisis, rebel Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde has claimed that more than 50 MLAs are supporting him. Nearly 40 of them are from Shiv Sena, he added. Commenting on Sena's move seeking disqualification of 12 rebel MLAs, Shinde remarked, "What was done yesterday is illegal. We are the people in the majority and numbers are important in democracy." धन्यवाद.